So then I got my balls whacked. Oh shit, we're recording. Um,
Oh my goodness. So this is Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. I'm Carl, the guy who did the run.
Triax, I feel like you should introduce yourself first because
I'm sorry, I was taking the video. Shut up. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Yoshi's Island speedrunning extraordinaire, technical guru, wizard, Afro extraordinist, Trihex here.
this is the guy who brings Trihex down and puts him back into his rightful place, Lee.
Oh my goodness. So as I said, this is Yoshi's Island 80%. 80% is not messing with any of the flowers or the coins or any of that stuff, just getting through the levels as fast as you can. This run, pretty much, I started doing this run after watching AGDQ, that's Awesome Games Done Quick, that sweet marathon that SDA puts on every year, or at least has now. Pretty much came across Trihex, the most flashy, awesome-looking player of any video game I'd ever seen, and was just completely captivated by it. And so, pretty much after that, I got into speedrunning, and this is the result.
I'm already laughing how shitty this old run is. I'm so proud of you.
Trihex is watching his old run that this is going to be replacing. The old SDA record was 158.14? Yeah, 158.14.
Like yeah. And if you're watching just Carl's new run, I highly recommend that you watch the old run side by side.
Yeah, just to get an idea of how much has been discovered in the game in the last 5 years. So Trihex's old run was from 2005. It was 158.14. The new run is 8 minutes faster, almost exactly. No, 9 minutes faster, almost exactly. 149.15.
Yeah.
So 9 whole minutes have been shaved off. So there's a trick coming up called the 1-2 skip. It pretty much skips most of the entire level. The thing about it, though, is it's a one-frame trick. So that means you have 1/60th of a second to jump in order for the trick to work. It's been compared to something from Super Mario 64 called Cannonless, because no matter how good you get at any of these tricks, whether you actually get it in a particular run pretty much comes down to luck. Luckily, it's at the start of the run, so you can very easily reset for it. This is probably the biggest reset point in the entire run. So the way that it actually works is you have to bounce off of one of the Shy Guys, and then on the first frame possible, jump off of the wooden post. And this lets Yoshi get a really big flutter all the way up to the top of the level, and then you run across the top of the level. Normally there's a whole other screen, and you just completely skip that. For details about how it exactly works, I recommend reading the text commentary.
Me and Carl are nothing alike. I find when playing this game.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think
I'll take further here on that. Yoshi's Island is actually one of the very few games where your playstyle is very, very visible.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about that for a little bit, Carl. I don't know how to word that pretty well or anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, since Trihex is such a style-obsessed player, a lot of the things that he introduces, a lot of the parts that he incorporates into his runs have to do with the different style elements. So it would be better to find some examples in the game, though. We'll have a bunch of them up.
Actually, I find that your current, obviously we're comparing two completely different runs from different times, but your current run's almost is pretty much the same as Triax's run in terms of showing off, his old run. Yours may actually show off a little bit more, but I think that might just be because
these egg shots.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff that was discovered.
They look awesome. They give you something to do.
Yeah, a lot of the tricks that are discovered, some of them add to speed, but we discovered lots of tricks that just look cool. So
it makes runs a lot more entertaining to do and a lot more entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
As long as they don't cost any time.
They still cost time. We still do.
Like switching eggs.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the last condition? As long as
they don't cost.
As long as what happens?
As long as they don't cost any time.
Oh, dude, fuck time, dude. It's all about looking cool. I can get a good time on the next attempt. It's all about fucking having a full dick erection and balls to the wall every time. Every time.
So this is the first boss in the game. There's really not much to it other than getting a first quick egg shot off. He jumps pretty quickly, so Kamek does some magic, he grows really big, and then he jumps. The trick here is to hit him before he jumps, and then you can pretty much stun lock him for the rest of the time.
Doesn't work.
Right there, bam.
It never works. It never works. I don't know
it's
why.
Dude, it makes it look easy. It's not easy at all.
No, like, it's supposed to be easy. And on emulator, it works 100% of the time. On console, for some reason, it just doesn't work.
Well, the game lags massively here. Like, this is one of the laggiest parts in the game, which can really mess with your ability to hit things. Like, if you push the button during a lag frame, the button never registers, so you don't actually shoot your egg.
I call ROM differences. Calling it right now.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to. Okay, so we're about to come up to the next level, which is the first auto-scroller in the game. And unlike most Mario games, you actually have a lot of ample time to show off and be a complete douchebag. And I'm curious what Carl does here. I wonder if he's going to let me down or not.
He's going to let me down. Well,
Carl... Well, I don't know. Carl already let us down by not being in the marathon.
If my 7-year-old run tops your auto-scroller, I want you to just, like, walk away in shame right now.
I don't know.
I mean, you have a legacy to fill, Carl. I mean...
No, Carl already broke our hearts by not showing up to the marathon, so... It's not...
This is true, yeah.
Yeah, well, more like I learned how planes work.
Yes, planes work by being expensive. Yeah. You know, it cost me like $3,000 to fly overseas this summer. It's ridiculous.
That is pretty ridiculous, but I mean, you are traveling thousands of miles.
Yeah, it's still ridiculous.
Juggling the Shy Guy.
I think Carl can get a pass so far.
Wait, Carl did the music syncing thing, right?
I don't know if he did it in this one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was
Did
playing
you?
to the music in the beginning.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's definitely a new school thing. You probably can't hear it well in this commentary, but like at one point during this auto scroller, Carl syncs his tongues, egg aiming and egg canceling all to the athletic theme from Yoshi's Island background. Just something that did not happen at all until the task community, united and came through with that awesome concept.
But so yeah, when you're bored, you just make up some egg shots, like these egg shots.
Yeah. Do you avoid everything? Oh, you avoided the coins.
Yeah, avoiding coins actually.
Save those 30 frames.
Yeah, avoiding red coins and flowers actually does save a little bit of time, because at the very end of the level there's a score tally, and it takes time to tally the score. So the lower score you have, it actually means the faster the run is. It's only really relevant for the first flower or first red coin though. Saves half a second. So if you don't get any coins and flowers, it saves a whole second. Half a second each.
Dude, look at my APM. Like, it's so non-existent.
Low?
Yes.
Right. That's fine.
Crap.
That's fine. It's fine. You're like...
The eggs do some crazy things when they touch those donuts.
Yeah, they do. Oh, what was that? Why is... Oh, okay.
Do you mean losing the egg?
Yeah, I was like, where'd the egg go? Why is that a drop? And then I realized it was intentional.
It just doesn't make a difference. You don't need very many eggs until the end of this level. Your egg count doesn't matter that much as long as you got one.
Yeah.
Trying to save those frames, Carl. So proud of you.
Yeah. So when eggs turn red, it actually makes them produce stars, which is totally useless in an 80% run. But they do different things, because you don't need any stars.
They make you look baller as fuck. Which is a measurable variable in an 80% run.
So when you bounce off of an enemy, you can actually flutter really high. The fluttering is that like leg kicking Yoshi does. So I bounce off that enemy and skip using this really slow beanstalk there. It's a pretty common trick in Yoshi's Island. There's a lot of barriers that are like just out of Yoshi's reach, and there are various different ways that you can get over them. One is using that extended flutter when you bounce off of an enemy. That comes up a bunch later. So the next level coming up is Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy, probably the most famous level in Yoshi's Island because of the fuzzies and the what the heck was Nintendo doing when they made this.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I touched any fuzzies though.
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
Remember. I know you do in 4-1. Actually, I'm pretty sure you do in 4-1, but I don't think. No,
Yeah, I wait to dodge the fuzzies here.
Waiting.
Oh no, I did hit one for a second. For just
right
a brief
at the end.
Here's another question: how many fuzzies do I touch in my whole run? You're gonna get. Oh, you didn't get it.
Yeah, so that egg juggling at the end there, you can actually fling the egg over the goal ring to the next Yoshi, and that next Yoshi will pick it up. It's called a Baxter shot because it was discovered by the TASer Baxter.
Yeah.
I definitely get a couple later on though, so keep your eyes open for those.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they serve no purpose other than looking awesome.
Okay, so entering the boss level of 1-8, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a really quick run for any percent, and 100%. Oh my God, Trihex, that slowdown on your side.
No, guys, saw that lag?
That
Fuck.
was ridiculous. But yeah, this level is really, really short and straightforward on the 100%. It's a lot of fun though. Lots of cool little egg shots like this one right here. Oh, there we go.
That I missed. This is one of the first areas where I make a couple mistakes. Like I missed that egg shot right there, and I think I missed a jump right here. Yeah, I missed a jump and fall. But it just cost a couple of seconds.
Yep.
This is a cool little skip here. You normally have to ride that arrow all the way up, but you can jump on the arrow and spit it out and just forget about actually riding it and just jump all the way up. A couple of mistakes there. It cost me a couple of seconds too. Alright, Salvo the Slime. First boss.
Slimo the Salve.
Oh, so for anybody trying to read the level titles or anything, yeah, the whole run is on the Japanese version. Sorry you can't read the text. The Japanese version is just slightly faster, so that's just what I ended up using. It's a common thing for a lot of speedruns.
No, wait, pause. So we've concluded that now? It's officially, it runs faster than the US version?
Just the intro, and then the text, there's a couple places where the text is faster, but I mean the intro's only 4 seconds faster. It's not like it's anything game.
It's like, what, 15 seconds faster overall? Maybe a bit longer than that.
So that was a pretty good Salvo fight. The only problem was I got hit, but it didn't really. The screen freezes for like half a second every time you get hit. When you reclaim Baby Mario, that was the only time lost there from getting hit. Getting hit didn't actually make me kill him any slower.
Yeah.
So just a half a second lost.
Yeah. And Trihex already on the boss too, which.
I'm catching up, Carl.
Yeah, he's catching up. That was really good, and I remember that he has a really good boss fight here too.
Yeah, the retro strats.
Yeah. Looking over on Carl's side on the official run, we see a castle blowing up. Nothing really exciting. We're gonna go back to
Where does Yoshi get that dynamite? I mean, he's just like, maybe he's just like.
Well, you know how like
those
in
eggs
Super
are
Mario World. You know, like Super Mario World, Mario has all sorts of crazy stuff.
So
He's got the dynamite, he's got the jump in, he's got all that stuff. He's still got it here.
Hey, did we warp in here or no?
No warps, yeah.
No
So you can do a glitch there to warp to 1-1. I'm not using any of those warp glitches in this run.
Hits his head a few times on the pipe.
But I do use the warp glitch there because it doesn't warp to 1-1, it just skips the screen. So it's like rather than a large warp glitch, it's just going to the next screen. The way that works is you have to push down and jump on the same frame, and Yoshi does this weird animation where he like jumps, but then you also go down the pipe. You can keep an eye out for that. It happens a couple other times. So it's a one-frame trick that kind of messes with the way that the game interprets where Yoshi is, and it just warps him. Sometimes it warps to 1-1, and you like get to play the whole level of 1-1 over again. Sometimes it just skips a screen, and sometimes it doesn't do anything at all. The Tetris auto scroll.
Yeah, this is the most
All right,
exciting part of the
talk
run.
about, so we're on the second world now, and let's talk about the aspects of World 2. Like, what's new in World 2, speedrunning wise? Anything really come to mind?
More of Carl
Well,
getting
hold
hit.
on, hold on real quick. About the run, this is probably the largest error in the entire run, is these jumps right here. They're pretty precise jumps to hit the top of these things, and I just kept missing them over and over and over again. It's probably the biggest area of improvement in the entire run. But luckily I do get it eventually, and you get to skip all of these falling platforms. Normally you have to wait for them. So just wanted to mention that.
Yep.
So Trax, you were saying things that are different in World 2. Do you mean like in terms of gameplay, or in terms of like just the game?
Yeah, it's like I want to commentate, but like I want to be like, World 2, is when shit gets real. But like I'm thinking 100% right now, so I don't even.
Yeah, no,
I don't
World
even
2 is not when
say.
shit gets real. World 2 is when shit gets, like,
There are a couple of interesting tricks coming up in the next level, so let's talk about some of those. At the very beginning of the level, you can do a pretty precise jump to skip this beanstalk, so that's going to come up in just a second. There's a shy guy that jumps out of a pipe, and if you time your jump right, you can hit him right as he's jumping out of the pipe and get just enough height to make it up into this area. So that's coming up in just a second.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite levels to run.
So there's the pipe jump right there. So then there's another interesting skip coming up here. I'm taking a shy guy with me to use that shy guy to bounce off of right here. So you bounce off of this shy guy, bounce off of another shy guy, and you skip like 30 seconds of the level right here.
Yep. You gotta be careful there. You want to drop down far enough so that the screen scrolls properly, otherwise you get stuck there and it's a destroyer of runs.
Yeah, runs can die there if that doesn't go right. So as far as just the normal platforming, and actually, I'm going to talk about that later. As far as just the normal platforming in the game goes, you want to jump over all of the slopes in the game. Yoshi's run speed is substantially lowered on slopes, so for the most part, every time I'm walking on a slope, I try to jump off of it immediately, so Yoshi goes back up to maximum speed. I love these egg shots over here. I think I get both of them. Yeah, the double egg grab. Yep.
Double catch, swag.
If you tongue a wall, this is mostly like a task trick only, but if you tongue a wall, then it immediately stops Yoshi, which is faster than just holding the other direction. Like if you're moving to the right and you just hold left, Yoshi will like slowly slow down. If you tongue the wall instead, he'll immediately stop, and you can turn around a lot faster like that. So I tongue walls every once in a while to try to turn around quickly.
Instant momentum kill, right?
Yeah, instant momentum kill, exactly. Yoshi's Island really has some weird mechanics in it compared to other like old Mario platformers. So for example, you don't hold Y to run. It's like one of the only ones where you don't hold Y to run, which frees up the Y button for tonguing. So you can like tongue and throw eggs. Kind of an interesting thing about making eggs, which I do a lot on this level, is normally Yoshi slows down. Like if you just try to do this, what I'm doing in this level right here, you won't be able to do it this fast. Because Yoshi slows down when he makes eggs normally. The only way to get around that is to release the D-pad so that you're not actually holding forward while Yoshi's in the air making eggs, which is kind of counterintuitive. You're like, okay, I want to hold forward to go faster. That's not the case. So every time, anytime Yoshi tongues or makes an egg, I release the D-pad. It prevents slowdown.
What Carl really means is you won't be able to do this section as fast because you're not Carl and not awesome.
Well, you could. My ego isn't that large.
No, you're not Trihex.
What?
That was low blow, Lee. That was a low blow.
I've worked on that so much. Fuck you, Lee. Oh wait, where's your speedrun, Lee? Where you at?
I can throw one up for you real quick. If you'd like. If you want to still compare my runs to your 158. I can do that any day.
So, in the fortress coming up, Before, remember I was mentioning how there are a lot of areas that are just out of reach for Yoshi. Like the game developers were like, okay, we're just gonna put this like a few pixels short of how much you can jump to, just to tease you. Well, it was fortunate that they did that because there's actually a way to gain just a few pixels of height when you flutter. It's called perfect fluttering. Normally when people flutter, they just hold down jump and it just automatically flutters. Like you hold it down and eventually it'll just start fluttering. But if you manually release and repress the jump button, you can actually gain a little bit of height from a flutter. That's how you get over that wall that Yoshi just went over. Normally you can't get over that, and you have to go through all this crap and get keys and spawn platforms, and it takes like 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And right before that perfect flutter, Carl did a gate hack, which is Yoshi running up, jumping, throwing an egg, and as he's throwing his egg, the egg throw animation pushes Yoshi sort of past the gate, and the gate's like, oh, Yoshi's on the other side, let me open up for him.
So that'll come up again. Basically, normally you can only open gates from one direction, but there's a trick with eggs to open gates backwards. It'll come up again later.
Yeah. And the way to do that has only recently been discovered, at least to reproduce it on console. Before, gate hacking was only TAS.
Yeah, it was a really tough TAS trick. This is one of the easiest boss fights in the game. Stare at wall, throw eggs. As long as you have 5 eggs going into the boss fight, it's pretty much impossible to mess up.
Yep.
Look at that nice pose.
Really? You like that pose? I like to go for like the ones that are like during a ground pound.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island has so many frames of animation, like so many sprites. It's actually really, really cool how many different animations Yoshi can do for like tonguing, for ground pounding, for swallowing enemies, for fluttering. There's just like hundreds.
Yeah, this game is like fucking bleeds production value.
It really does. The backgrounds look fantastic too. I mean, just look at that nice background sculling. Everything looks really great. I think Yoshi's Island really is a game that it looks good still, even though it's so old.
Wow, I
Whereas
really
a lot
like
of old
that
games
route.
you can really tell. This is a
Holy
really
crap,
fun level.
Yeah, I really like that 2-5 round in the beginning. That's nice.
This is a really fun level to play. The ending's pretty fun too, coming up here, though it can be a little bit risky. Lots of tight jumps and platforming.
That's about even with the cloud, I think. With like the 2 bits of slowdown that you had there.
Lee's talking about the way that he likes to do that level, riding a cloud over the end.
Yep.
What?
It's so much better.
Lame. That's lame.
Dude, the cloud is so good. The Skippy cloud.
Let's see,
Like
what happens?
snoring clouds.
Oh, look at that chocolate Yoshi. That chocolate covered Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very straightforward level. There's really not many tricks in it. It's just getting through the level.
Yep.
Oh, actually,
you
the
missed
jump right there.
Yeah.
But luckily,
And you missed the pad.
you can use those guys to save you. So I probably lost 3 or 4 seconds there. Also, going through doors is like the hardest part of every Mario game. Jesus, it is so hard.
Yeah. Going up pipes.
Yeah, going up pipes. The real hard parts of the game. Look at that sunset. Look at how pretty that sunset is in the background.
So do we have any, you want to talk about egg shuffling? Do you do any of that in 2-7 coming up, or no?
Yes,
Yeah,
so I want to have as many eggs as possible going through the goal ring right there, because eggs are sprites, so they take up memory in the game. If you have so many sprites on the screen, you can actually cause things to despawn, which can be really helpful. So in the next level, there's a bunch of bullet bill launchers. If you have a certain number of sprites on the screen, the bullet bill launchers just simply despawn. Normally they're in your way, so if you despawn them, you can get easy access to the next part of the level, and it's a pretty decent time-saving trick. So the way that we create a lot of sprites is big eggs. So these fat Shy Guys, when you swallow them, you get a big egg. So I shuffle to my big egg, and then throw the big egg and create a bunch of stars, which causes these they're normally bullet bills right there. You cannot normally go through the wall right there. So that's a nice skip.
Yeah, that's like the third pipe glitch I've seen on this run too, which is impressive. Oh, you didn't even live the dream.
There's a riskier strat for those stone blocks, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You saw Trihex pull it off during the winter marathon this year, so if you want to see it, it's there.
Winter Marathon this year probably needs a qualifier, honestly.
Yeah. 2012.
$2,000. So I wanted to skip that goal ring, but I clipped the edge of it. There's no reason to get the save rings because you're not planning on dying when you're doing a speedrun, so they cost us a couple seconds.
Yeah. It's because the hitboxes on the save rings are really, really weird. They're shifted over to the right a bit so that you can sort of actually clip yourself into the goal ring a little bit if you're on the left side, but if you think you're safe on the right side, sometimes you're not really.
Yeah, a lot of the hitboxes, like most games, are a little bit wanky.
Ooh, so coming up next is going to be level 2-8, which is like, a long level, like.
It is the longest level in the first two worlds for sure.
Try and slip the dream, Carl. I don't know. I'm gonna have to reject this current run of yours.
What are you talking about?
Trihex lived the dream. He did the skip.
In his own run, he does the stone? No way, I gotta go back and watch that.
5?
No,
Give him the fucking shit.
I don't believe you, I'm just gonna watch. So this is a pretty basic skip here. You just flutter over the platforms rather than riding the slow platforms. Flutter over the lava. There's another one of those warp tricks coming up right here. This warp trick takes you to that pipe that's right above where Yoshi was, and
that warp trick is the hardest warp trick. I swear to God, it's harder than any other warp trick that you have to do.
It's all one frame, Lee. It's all one frame.
It's harder. You don't understand. You're not human like we are. It's harder.
So you need to push this vase up here, but it's actually faster to egg the vase, so you want to have as many eggs as possible here. That's why I kind of got collected eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's twice as fast to be egging it than it is to push it.
Yeah. And when you're collecting keys...
That bomb was coming for me. I had to back off for a second.
Yeah, when you're collecting keys, it's easiest just to throw it out tongue as soon as the vase breaks. You'll just pick it right up.
Yeah, keys are kind of weird. Normally it takes a while. Normally once a key spawns, it takes a while to be able to pick it up. But if you tongue, you can immediately pick it up. So whenever there's a key, I'll always try to tongue it as fast as possible. So what do you guys think about this, the castle music?
I'm a fan of it, but it's like, I don't know, they needed to work in the Bowser boss fight music into this thing earlier. I would have been.
They kind of did. All the final boss music is so good.
It's so good, but maybe it's so good just because of the fact that you don't get to hear it until the very end. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to see how I feel
this
about
is
that.
probably my least favorite song of all of the normal songs, but I still like it.
Been hearing it for like 10 years now. I don't know.
You don't know anymore.
Yeah, but that doesn't, like, that's not, you can't say that though. Like, think about like Jet Set Radio or Jet Grind Radio. You've been hearing those songs for forever too.
I hear it like orchestrated or on piano. I manlytears.jpg, but like.
So this is another straightforward boss. A lot of the bosses in this game are really easy, but some of them are just hard to do optimally. This boss is cool for another reason, though, and that is the Trihex touch that he added to the end of it.
Oh, do you do it?
Of course.
It's not optimal though.
It's not fabulous, but so the ghost actually pushes Yoshi out of the way of its own projectiles. So it's like
I like that little style touch with the egg, right there. Oh, 2.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah, screen ground fan.
My boner is like shot off just now. What the hell is it?
Half-mast, half-mast.
So you can cut it even closer so that Yoshi's not even visible on the screen.
You're lucky I didn't verify this run. I'm gonna start with on this one. That's a huge strike so far.
Yeah.
This is not top. All right, people who are watching my run side by side right now, watch what I do. Fucking 7 years ago.
You got 9 minutes.
Ready whenever you cut. Fucking everywhere.
9 minutes slower time is what you did.
Carl's bringing out the.
Oh snap! Okay, so
it's faster. Yeah, of course.
World 3 is one of the first troll worlds. It's not nearly as bad as World 5, but World 3 has monkeys. It has like vehicles that aren't any fun. It's one of the. I think pretty much all of the people who speedrun this game like World 3. If not the least, then like second least.
I find like certain levels are okay. 3-2 is good.
Yeah, I like some parts of it too, but just in general, it's one of my least favorite worlds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trolling to be had. The monkeys move randomly, which normally isn't a problem, but here and there it can be frustrating.
Yeah, the only part where it's a real issue is during the 3-1 warp. There's a possible 1-1 warp that you can do here in 3-1, but because the monkeys move randomly, you have to bounce off one of them if they're feeling nice to you, which is like 20% of the time.
There's a pretty cool trick coming up here to get past these monkeys really fast. You basically just damage boost through them, but immediately tongue Baby Mario back. It's faster than waiting for them.
Alright, so we agreed before, right, that we're gonna since World 3 sucks, we can talk about other stuff now, right?
Yeah, talk about whatever you want, but
we can talk about how.
Who are we? How did we meet? Let's talk. Who's
Let's get all
right
this
now?
out of the way before 3-3, because I want to talk about 3-3.
Okay.
About Tri-X's 3-3 in particular.
Well, kind of like what I was saying before. I mean, I pretty much got into speedrunning and everything just watching those marathon runs. So I was pretty much like, wow, Tri-X is really sweet at this game. I'm going to try to emulate this. And I couldn't do anything, man. I couldn't do a damn thing. So I posted on the forums on Speed Demos Archive, and I was like, dude, how do you tongue stuff without slowing down? And you're like, man, I can't describe what I do. I don't even...
I thought I gave a nice, long, detailed...
Well, about 2 months later you did. Like, it happened eventually, but...
Oh, really? Oh, that sounds like...
It was just massively... Well, I think that you saw my username and you were like, Carl Sagan? It sounds like a weirdo. Oh, I got a Baxter here, guys! Baxter! Yeah!
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Baxter. Yeah, that light blue Yoshi picked up the egg. Oh, it was pointless, but it was awesome.
Just a quick warning, Carl. When I beat your run, double Baxter or nothing. 4-1. It will happen.
The 4-1 double Baxter.
I'm waiting for the 1-5 double Baxter.
Yeah, so, but anyway, I think Speedruns Live was pretty much how things started to really come together for Yoshi's Island speedrunning. It started out with pretty much just me and Tri-X, and we just slowly picked up people over time.
Yep.
Like this Scrub Lee.
Hey, I came in when it was still SDA centric. That makes me an old geezer at Yoshi's Island.
So can I tell them how we met, Lee, or you got something to say in 3-3?
No, you can tell them how we met on eHarmony.
I'm trying to think, okay, so I had a stream, and I'm randomly inviting people. I'm like, okay, if anyone has a Skype and wants to Skype with me, we'll cyber on stream right now. It'll be awesome. And then I think you joined randomly?
I did.
I don't remember what we talked about, though.
Oh my gosh, I remember that, Lee. Yeah, you just joined randomly from the crowd of users.
Yeah,
on Skype.
What we talked about how you never stick to your schedule.
Oh, yeah, you called me out on all my bullshit, like...
Yeah, Siglemic is right. We talked about Magic the Gathering. I was going to say that. I'm actually really surprised that Sig remembers that.
Talked about a lot of random bullshit. Yeah.
We totally talked about Magic the Gathering, yeah. That's a fun game.
Nerding the fuck out.
Yep. Oh, this section is such a troll. Like,
It is.
the missiles don't do what you want. Look at, like, 3 missiles just go into the wall for no reason. Sometimes they hit shit. Luckily, it worked out for me this time. I didn't lose any time. This is an intentional damage boost. It's faster than waiting for that spike thing to rotate.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot Trix dies here. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
why is he so behind? And I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah, this run is completely deathless. Trix's old run had, I think, 2 deaths in it.
I know of at least 2.
Maybe it was 3, I can't remember.
And then 3-3 pretty much counts as a death.
Yeah, he went all the way back to the beginning in the submarine section.
Just watch.
Got hit.
It's pretty fucking funny.
It's 7 years ago, Trix.
That's right. Your skills have improved greatly since then.
Yeah, you gotta put some more context here. I was 15 years old when I did this. Like, I was so young, retarded, impatient, moody, like, entitled. Like, you name the douchebag adjective and I was fucking that. Like, I hated myself. I hated myself when I was 15. Now.
Yeah. See, the worst part is that Trihex did not think about hiding himself on the internet when he was 15, whereas the rest of us sort of were not a real presence.
I think most 15s are douchebags. I don't know.
Yeah, most of us were not a real presence on the internet when we were 15, so luckily we have no record of that time.
Yeah, the evidence has been erased.
Yeah. The problem is that Trihex's evidence hasn't been erased in 7 years, so thank you, Carl, for helping erase this remnant of Trihex's adolescence.
So it's faster to flutter over the whole water here. I'm not sure whether I get it or not, though. Oh god, I definitely don't get it.
Nope.
But I do it in 2. Yeah, we just hit the water that one time. It's kind of a scary part coming up with some spike jumps. It's one of the easy ways to reset a run is missing these jumps in the next room. Get out of here, crab. So, about all of the cool sprites that Yoshi has, this is one of my favorite. Oh yeah, that squished face.
That squished face is great. This is the site of another...
frog
Oh, man.
Oh my god, the frog troll.
I was just gonna say, this is the site of another one of Carl's famous accidents, mishaps. Yeah, basically, Yoshi's Island, nothing really happens, except this one time, Carl got comboed by all 3 enemies there. It was incredibly
crazy,
glorious.
man. They just got me stuck in the infinite attack of doom. The frog boss is kind of funny. I kind of like the frog boss. There are a couple interesting mechanics for fighting the frog. If you grab these big shy guys, make big eggs, and throw them into the uvula of the frog that is somehow in its stomach, which doesn't make any anatomical sense whatsoever. But anyway, if you notice, I'm not throwing the eggs directly straight up at it. I'm throwing them against the wall. When you bounce them against the wall, they don't hit the bottom of that uvula thing. They hit the side, and somehow that does more damage. So you kill the boss actually in half as many shots. 7 shots is ideal.
No, it's not half. It's 1 less shot. Carl is exaggerating.
What? No, it's literally half.
No, it's 8 shots for if you hit the bottom.
No, it's not. Try it.
I have. It's 8 shots if you hit
When Triex's run gets to it, seriously, check it out. He hits it way more than 8 times. Check it out. I'm not kidding.
Alright, I'll count it.
It's taken as many times as I think 13 or something crazy like that.
It cannot be half.
I have an answer to that later.
Yeah, it cannot be half. I'll count.
Oh, it saves time.
And while we were talking, we missed Trihex getting sent all the way back to the beginning.
That's probably better. For the better here.
Yeah.
Just let it die quietly. Let it just be put to bed.
Yep.
3-5 is a really fun level. I don't know how you guys feel. I really like 3-5.
3-5, if you can get the first map well, it's really fun. And if you can get the monkey bounces, it's really good. But like when you're learning it through 5, it can be one of the more frustrating levels, just because it does not feel smooth at all until you get the right rhythm getting into it.
This ending section is pretty cool too. Just nice, easy platforming, but it's kind of fun.
Yep. Here you do have to take advantage of the fact that if you hold down jump a little bit earlier, right before you bounce off of an enemy, you get a higher boost than if you try to like sort of instantly bounce off of an enemy. So you can't make some of those jumps unless you get that higher bounce.
Getting echo. Someone
Yeah.
stop the echo. Is the echo gone?
No,
When
it's,
did you use echo?
it's Triax.
Oh, they couldn't hear anymore? Oh.
No, you have
Well,
an echo on your
Triax, you're
side.
echoing.
I'm echoing?
You're
Yes.
echoing.
What did you just do? Reverse it, whatever you did.
How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good now. Alright,
Alright, cool.
so here I'm counting Triax's frogs. Nope, we're not good anymore.
Oh, 1 sec.
You might just have to mute and unmute.
We just edit that part out.
In post, yeah. So yeah, 3-6, super easy, lots of fun.
Yeah, not much to it.
Nope.
I think I tried for Baxter here too, but I don't think I get it. Yeah, I don't quite get it.
That's alright. I forgive you.
Thank you, Lee. .37 is pretty much the last of World 3's trolling. So there are a bunch of fish that you can bounce on at the start of 3.7. It's much faster than like fluttering over the water or swimming, which
Whoa,
is
whoa. Oh, you're being way too forgiving. 3.7 sucks ass. It's a fucking terrible level. There's mud terrain everywhere. You have to like time your jumps perfectly to not lose speed on them. Level design is terrible.
Huh.
There's transformations throughout the level. There's
Holy
troll
crap.
fish everywhere.
the fish jump randomly. Their position is random. The jumping fish don't even spawn all the time. I got
No, they don't. You got really nice.
completely happy with how that turned out.
Yeah, that went
If
pretty
cancer
well.
were a level, it's 3.7.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Alright, so 10 shots. It was between what you said and what I said.
Okay, see, so it took me
Yeah.
7 shots to kill the 3/4 frog boss, and it was 10 shots doing it the other way. So it was certainly a lot faster.
Yeah, it's a good amount faster.
This is, I think, one of the hardest sections to do optimally in the whole game. I missed it. There's a 1-tongue frame on that dude.
Yeah.
Get him to, but you can,
Yeah.
so you can actually, the shield shy guys, like the guys that have spears and shields, normally their shield prevents you from tonguing them, but there's one frame where you can tongue them with an up tongue. So even though you're in front of them, you tongue upwards and it can still tongue them. I went for that and didn't get it, but it's just like,
It's really only 1 frame big? Seriously?
well, you can start the tongue on different frames and still get it, but the tongue can only collide with the shield on one frame to get it.
There's other strats to do it a little bit safer, like you jump over the thing, tongue it, and just do a little bit of a flutter, but nothing that's perfectly as fast.
I'm a giant fan of 3.8 though. 3.8, the level coming up has tons of tricks. The boss fight is cool for not because the boss is cool, but for other reasons. And the level itself has tons of neat tricks in it.
Yep.
So you want to go into this level with as many eggs as possible because there's this ghost at the beginning right here that you need to just egg a million times.
Yeah, it's a pain trying to wait for
Oh,
him.
yeah, this is
got hit! Oh!
my god, what is going on?
This is probably the biggest troll in the whole run. I thought I was about to reset.
Oh, but you
somehow-
made it. I know, that's so good, though.
I just damage boost through that piranha right there because I didn't have any eggs anymore.
Yeah,
That was
interesting enough,
giant troll.
that was horrible, yeah. If you hit that piranha while it hits you at the same time, you will freeze the game. So, I'm happy that you didn't lose your run there, Carl.
Yeah, the little piranha that I damage boosted through can freeze the entire game if you shoot an egg at it while it eats you.
Wow, look at my route for 3.7 or 3.6.
Yeah, completely, I don't know where you went. And an enemy boost up? Alright.
So normally these ghosts take like a bunch of eggs, but if you shoot them when they're kind of off screen, you can do extra damage to them. I didn't get it perfectly, but I only used 2 eggs instead of like 5.
Yep.
And then these piranhas, they have some. You can move through them when you hit them for a very brief amount of time, which I use to bypass the piranhas. Normally you have to hit them 3 times, but you can just hit them once if you do it quite nicely. And of course, anyone want to talk about this?
Yeah, sure. You just gotta hit him before Kamek decides to use his trolling magic. I'm happy with that one. That was okay. 2 shots.
Yeah.
Wait, Lee, wasn't this the troll?
No, this was not the troll. The
Oh,
troll
this
was
is
the
not
previous
right,
one. So what happened was, on his previous submission to SDA, this boss, you see Carl sort of aim for the shot, and he misses it 3 times. What happened at that point was that in 3-7, I had called him on Skype while he was doing this run. So that just because he wanted some company and we were just going to chat, whatever. And I'm like, so did I mess anything up? And Carl's like, no, if you really want to mess me up, call me back in 3-8 or something when I'm doing the shot. I hit end call. Carl doesn't know. Carl doesn't know about it at all. He thinks he's still talking to me, so he's sitting there chatting away on stream.
Yeah, to nobody.
To no one. And then 3-8 comes by. I'm watching the stream. I'm trying to time it because there's like stream delay and everything. I hit call, and I see Carl just completely flub like 2 shots while he's trying to answer my call.
Yeah, I'm the boss. Just so for anybody who doesn't know, the way that I skip that boss is actually an intended developer Easter egg that they put in the game. If you shoot Naval Piranha before Kamek has kind of magicked him, you can just skip him entirely. It does the famous "Oh my" text. Also, 4-1 is awesome. That section was awesome.
Yeah, that section was really good. I think your 4-1 was probably one of my favorite parts of this particular run.
Plus, it's got fuzzies. Who doesn't love fuzzies? Oh wait, I don't, because like look at those moving platforms. The hitbox is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know you die there all the time, Jack.
Yeah. No, the worst part about those hitboxes is like when it's shifting. You know how like sometimes you just completely clip through that platform.
Yeah, you can clip through the ground and just die.
That gets me so many times.
So I'm bouncing on that shy guy to get the star to turn to Baby Mario a little bit faster.
Oh, all optimized and shit.
Yeah. Look at that. It even avoids that second star. Does he do the jump here? Yeah, he does the jump too. Getting that little extra boost.
Yeah, when Baby Mario jumps off of slopes, he goes a little bit faster.
Double Baxter.
I didn't have the eggs, Jax.
You at least did 1. I mean, fuck.
Well, the way in any percent you can't because of the way Baby Mario ends. It ends too late. I mean, maybe you could. But
Oh.
it ends so late.
Yeah, for context here, like,
Yeah.
I haven't done any percent, like, in a competitive sense in years, so, I mean, I don't...
All 100% all the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of us will get a 100% run posted sometime in the next year.
That's a good hope. Oh, holy crap! That's like the 4th or 5th pipe glitch there too. That was nice.
Yeah, you can do the pipe glitches where you do that push down and jump on any pipe, and it actually saves about half a second if you get it. It's a 1 frame trick. It's very minor, but it saves half a second here and there.
It's important. Frames are very important, and we see Trihex here clearing out the 3-8 boss. Just about to.
Wow. God, my shots suck. Never mind. That was horrible.
Oh, do I get the triple bounce on these guys? Oh, I don't.
Just the double.
Just the
Alright,
double.
Yeah, 4-2, it's a really easy level. Real quick, it's fun.
4-3 is real quick and fun, but it is anything but easy.
It requires some real grinding and drilling before
Yeah,
you... But once you get it down, though, it becomes one of your favorite levels.
Yeah, it's totally one of my favorite levels. So in the very beginning, you have to wait for these balloons, but you can try to gain a little bit of extra height, so you don't have to. So whenever you walk on these balloons, they slow down. They don't go up as fast. So you want to minimize the amount of time you touch them. So that's what I'm doing. And then it's just a bunch of awesome platforming.
Yep.
When you bounce off bullets, you go much higher than normal enemies for some reason.
Super enemy boost. Yep. That particular jump there, the enemy boost there, is really difficult because there's so many enemies there.
Oh, that piranha at the end is such a troll too.
Yeah.
but everything went completely perfectly. And then the rest of the level is just
Trying to avoid
if you
lag.
succeeded, victory messing around. Oh yeah, the end of the level lags a lot, so I eat this 1-up thing because it actually makes the lag stop for a second. And get a nice Baxter shot to finish it off.
Yep.
Wow,
Nice.
look at Carl. Forward-facing tongue, single-tongue Baxter. That's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Like, I honestly can't get those. Like, I don't even try doing that.
You have to jump really high to get them, so the egg like
Get
travels
that clearance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, so talk about 4-4. Let's...
It's long.
4-4.
It's
So what
boring.
is the-
It's
The
What?
light on auto scroll,
Why?
I think.
4-4 is so fucking baller. You lie.
Also,
90%?
the build is fun. Look at the
Oh
build.
wait, 80%. Oh, wow. You can tell what I do a lot.
Yeah, well, it's still good in any percent.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
think
still-
it's got a lot of cool tricks in it, a lot of cool shots.
it's
I like-
frustrating though. If you're running the game, 4-4 can be a source of massive frustration. Another pipe glitch there.
You can't avoid that middle ring, so may as well just get it.
Yeah. Well, you can skip it. Like, there's some strats that you play around with it, like when you get it, depending on when you want to be safe, when you don't want to be safe. But eventually, you're going to have to get it. Eventually. So Carl's like, well, you know what? This is the run, so I'm just gonna get it now. There's no worry about having to die and then restart or anything like that.
Oh, the bullets. Damn bullets. So this level is broken up into 4 different rooms, each of which gives you a key, and then you need to use all 4 of the keys to get to the boss room.
Yep. I mean, it's not too bad if you play it the way that the designers intended you to do it, which is to get one key, open the door, get the gold ring, or get the save ring, and then rinse and repeat that. But that's really, really slow. So we're going to get all 4 keys at the same time, and then go through all 4 doors.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Like,
So that's the way the developers wanted you to
yeah,
play.
I go one room, return to the center, one room, return to like, wow.
Another enemy boost coming up here to skip this section. Normally you're not supposed to be able to get up there.
Yeah. And then do you do the
I think I
purple
missed
letter?
it. This is another section that another spot you can't. Oh, I get
Oh,
it.
you got it.
Yeah, I
Nice.
get it. Oh my god, I got it perfectly. Holy shit.
Oh.
So you normally can't make that jump either. You need to do another one of those perfect flutters.
And then
perfect flutters
the
aren't-
ground pound sex stomp is just all style.
Yeah. It actually can save some time to ground pound, actually.
Yeah. If you do it ideally.
Yeah, if you're attached, you can.
Even if it did it, I would do it anyway.
That's not even. You do it anyways.
Alright, 3 keys down. One more.
Yeah.
This falling into the bucket scares me every time.
Oh man, yeah.
Because you can like clip through the side of the bucket if you're not lined up with it.
Wait, where are you going, Trihex? Where? Oh god.
Dude, I
Don't
almost
die.
for real.
That's scary, man. Yeah, so if you look at Triax's run in 4-3, that's how it feels like when you're first learning the game. It's so scary. So scary. 4 keys acquired for Carl here. I'm really happy about that.
Look at all those frames you can freeze on going through the door. I love it. So many sprites. So I really like the boss fight coming up. I go back for an egg there. I should have had one more egg going in there.
Yeah.
Just lost a second.
Boss fight's actually really awesome.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
boss fight is really awesome. Like, the intended way to do this boss fight is to just ground pound you start out with one milled, that's the name of those things, and you just like ground pound it 100 billion times and it gets into a bunch of small ones. But you can actually line up egg shots to hit all of the small guys at once, which you'll see in a minute. And plus, you can stomp on the multiple of the fatter dudes at the same time, like the double there.
Yeah, double stomp. That's pretty much an optimal fight there. Well, minus the 2 egg shot at the end, but more or less optimal. Real nice fight there, Carl.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think what it is that every time you guys miss that shot, it's because you're trying to do like a neutral shot, when really, if you aim a little bit above that, it'll almost 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, you need to release the
Actually,
edge for attach.
if you notice, I really try to steer away from neutral shots these days. I really try to go for all precision.
Well, neutral shots is precise for a lot of things, as long as you have the right positioning, but for that particular shot, no, neutral is not at all.
So what they're talking about by neutral shots is at the very beginning of the game you can select 2 different ways of aiming eggs, patient or hasty. And if you select hasty, which most speedrunners do, you just tap egg and it'll automatically throw the egg. And so if you tap and hold it down, it'll start aiming an egg and then you just release it to throw the egg. Patient, you have to actually tap egg to start aiming it and then tap it again a second time to actually fire the egg. Oh, throwing everything. Oh, do I get the off-screen? I think I get the off-screen egg shot on the turtle shell. Yes!
Nice, good job. Yeah, Triax doing the enemy boost over there too. Let's see what's next. 4-6. 4-6 is a level that I personally just really dislike. Like
4-6 is giant non-stop trolling.
Yeah, like even in 100%, it's having to go into the extra room. Yeah, having to deal with the little the bouncy.
Oh, this is hilarious!
Errors.
I hit a random thing off the screen. And
I forgot about that.
Oh, that was so random.
I forgot about that.
So this level has a lot of jumping fish in it, and like I said before, the jumping fish, they jump randomly. So sometimes they're just in the worst spot, and you really can't get by them. I don't think I get trolled by them this time, though. Oh, no, I do. Yep,
yeah.
Jumping fish right there.
Did you? Oh, you didn't get the ground pound on the crab.
Yeah, it's actually faster to egg him than a ground pound.
Is it?
Just yeah, just slightly.
Cool.
And then the end of this level has tons of green piranhas and
so many things can go wrong here.
Yeah. Luckily, it goes basically perfectly for me.
And so I'm thinking 100% right now. Oh, God, fuck that section. So, do we have any awesome chicken action coming up in 4-7 or no?
No chickens in 4-7. You can't really get the chickens in any percent. Maybe you could get some weird jump off of the mama chicken, but we'll have chicken time in
chicken.
4-6.
The first chicken you might be able to do it. Well, all I'm saying is if we can get a gate hack off of a chicken, 80% run, that would make my week.
So this is speaking of gate hacking. This is another place where the trick gate hacking comes up. Again, normally you can't get through gates backwards. They only let you in one way. But if you throw an egg, you can get in the other way, and that comes up in the next room here.
What was that stopping to make an egg garbage?
Yeah, that was a sloppy swallow, Carl.
Sloppy. So this is the gate hack. When you swallow an egg while on the ground, Yoshi comes to a complete stop. I thought I was in the air still, but I had gotten down. I had actually touched the ground for just a little bit, and it literally makes Yoshi stop. Yeah, so that's why you always want to jump when you make eggs.
We call that the Japanese style egg swallow.
4-8.
They've gotten better at it though. I think like they've almost completely gotten rid of that habit now.
Yeah, Lee's talking about how the Japanese speedrunners didn't know about how to make eggs and how to tongue without slowing down for the longest time, but they've learned now. I love 4.8.
4.8's awesome.
Yeah, 4.8's awesome. All the boss fights in this game, man. I don't know any of them that I don't like. I don't think anyway.
Well, I didn't say all that now. The 3-4 boss fight sucks.
It does suck to do. Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's alright. I think my least favorite ones are the Raven and probably Unshaved.
I don't mind the Raven actually, huh?
I don't
mind the Raven.
I don't like
Grab
Unshaved.
this
And
thing
I don't
through the wall there.
I just give him a rim job every fucking night.
And use it to. I don't even know the right way to do this level anymore, but you can skip a bunch of crap by grabbing that and jumping to that door.
Yeah. What you're supposed to do in there, I believe, is to spit a shell and it'll hit the bottom cloud and it'll spawn some stairs for you.
Wait, Carl, you called me out on that sex time and told me that was not needed and it's actually slower. And then you do it yourself.
I didn't say it was slower. I said it was faster.
Yeah. It's slower. It's slower when you mess up. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slower when you mess up. Carl is just saying, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna mess up."
Exactly.
Golly, fuck. So, any awesome glitches coming up soon or no?
No,
Yes.
I don't think so.
There's
I think
one
I purposely
amazing.
don't do it.
Wait, you don't?
I purposely don't, I think.
Reject.
What?
Reject.
You're not. I'm not your sensei. You're not my student.
Okay, so there's a glitch you can do on this boss that's completely pointless. It doesn't save any time. But basically Yoshi goes blasting off the screen. The problem with it is he can get stuck there. So it can literally kill a run. Like Yoshi can get stuck anywhere from like just a couple seconds to like a minute long. So that's what they're complaining about me not doing, is taking a chance of just like losing the run because the game glitches.
Do you hear this grandma talking? The chance is like
Yeah,
completely
all I hear is
low.
womp. Carl,
It happens to me a lot. I don't know.
and like really?
Well, I do the ground pounds necessary for the glitch for the first two. I just don't do it
because
for the last
it's
one.
optimal.
Because it is the
Anyways.
optimal way to do it. Like, see, you ground pound him and he goes sliding across the screen right there. Because you ground pound him while he's still in the air. If you do that for the third ground pound, then you go blasting off and you get that glitch. But you'll see I'll purposely let him land for the last one.
I am disappointed.
I'm not even looking right now, Carl. Wow.
Blah, 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 blah.
Take off and throw it in the blender.
Do you do it in your old run tracks?
I hope I do, so I can rub it in Carl's face. I really hope I do.
Well,
I mean, I did get the Classic Games Done Quick Marathon 2009, so...
yeah, it's pretty close.
That's kind of close, I mean...
5 years or 4 years.
Alright, so what's coming up next, Carl?
The best world ever. World 5.
The best world ever.
The best world. If you like ice physics, I mean, who doesn't like ice physics?
Do I?
If you like ice physics and
what?
dicks and blenders.
Yep, ice physics and dicks and blenders. Then you will like World 5.
It's pretty much the worst world.
Oh, by far, yeah.
But I do like some of the skips I don't know. You can ride this cloud and skip a bunch of the boring parts in the first level.
Wow, I died. Wow.
In 4.7, yeah, because you missed the thing.
Oh my god.
You didn't even try to save it. You didn't even like try to flutter all the way over to save that section there.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
15. Don't be mad.
I was 15. Don't be mad.
What do you mean? Don't be mad. Isn't that like the run that you had a lava skip in?
What? He didn't have a lava skip in his old run.
Did he not? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, we'll get to that section when we get to it. But yeah, World 5 is really, really trolly, really, really weird, difficult.
Yeah, the
Name it.
penguins, all they do is they bounce you around, and that's like the worst thing that they can do, actually, is
Yeah.
bounce you around. They
And
put them...
They're
like-
invincible. You can't. You can't do
Yeah, you
anything
can't
about
swallow
them.
them. You can't make eggs from them. They just push you off cliffs.
Yeah. I will say though that World 5, a lot of the levels, if you do it properly, it looks really slick, really smooth.
It does. 5-2 is definitely an example of that, I'd say. The level coming up, there's a really awesome skip at the end of the level.
Yep.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back, Trihex.
Back.
Alright, so let's see. 5-2. Another one of those.
There's a funny hidden egg at the start of 5-2.
Yeah, in
Try
the
to
tree.
found this randomly. Look at that. There's just an egg up there. Why is that egg there? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe the developer just forgot about it.
Yep.
So this is a pretty cool skip here.
Oh.
This is a very tight, perfect flutter to make that jump right there. I missed it once, but I think I get it the second time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep. What's
We're
up,
here.
Trihex? We're here.
And then the end of this level, there are these like ski lifts everywhere, and the intended way to do the level is to just ride these really slow ski lifts, all the way up this like really high vertical climb at the end of the level.
Okay, now I got you guys finally.
That's not the baller strat though, which you'll see coming up.
I think the reason why I don't like World 5 so much is that it's like short bursts of awesome, like really smooth looking tricks and runs, but then it's sandwiched in between really, really crappy maps too. Oh,
And that just like skips all.
nice.
Look at that snow. That is some heavy snow graphics on the screen.
Yeah, but there's no snow on the ground, on the goal.
That doesn't make any sense.
It means that the goal is heated. It's got some underfloor heating or something.
Naturally. So 5-3, I think, is the level that has killed the most runs.
Yeah.
5-3 has so many areas where you can just die.
It is terrifying when you first learn the run.
Yeah.
This
There's
place.
a nice skip up here. You can skip a lot of the slow areas down there. Like if you just look at that area, there's no way that you're gonna get through that quickly. So going over the top saves a bunch of time.
Yeah. And this section, it's difficult to do optimally. I enjoy the same strat of bouncing over the penguins.
If you miss any of these jumps, you're done. You're dead. So everything worked out quite well. And then there's several risky strats coming up here. These bouncing off of the little snowmen can be pretty crazy too. Like they don't let you flutter like most things do when you bounce on them.
No, their bouncing mechanics
Bounces
are
between
weird.
those guys killed me several times too. And then the duck right here under the spikes.
It's so good though. Like that's probably the best kind of ducking that you can do. I'm not at all embarrassed to say that I attempt that.
Oh, I did not get the blast off. God, I suck. I'm working Paul's face.
I'm sorry, Trix. You have my condolences.
Of course, the skiing section is not so exciting compared to the rest of the level. But look at Mario's little cute little hat, the little ball on the end.
It's the little things that make Yoshi Island so awesome.
Yep, real attention to detail.
Seriously, just watch the backgrounds. Like at random times, just look at the backgrounds. There's some pretty awesome stuff that they throw in there. Do you guys ever notice in the cave levels, the background is like windows and there's like stars in the background, and they actually move the level?
Yeah, like you
Looks
can actually see outside the cave.
So it's like you're in a cave, but you're looking out. Look, you're actually looking outside of the cave, to like some night sky or something.
Nicely done.
It's worth mentioning how bonus stages work. If the ring at the very end lands on one of those flowers, you get a bonus stage. Luckily, it's predictable the way that it lands, so you can avoid bonus stages. Like since there's no point in getting any of the bonus stages as far as saving time goes, you want to avoid all of them. So as long as you run full speed towards the goal, it always lands on the bottom left, and thankfully, as long as you get 2 or fewer flowers, it'll never actually get a bonus stage.
Yeah.
So if you just start watching where the little thing lands at the end, it'll almost always land on the bottom left.
Yeah, there's a few levels where it doesn't, because we are forced to change our speed near the end of the level. But the only one that you really have to be concerned about is probably 6-6. It's the most variable one in terms of where that flower is going to end up.
Yeah, the end of the level in 6-6 is very variable, so it's hard to control where the thing is going to land. We'll mention that again when it comes up. Going through doors, man.
Yeah, going through doors is too hard, man. Here comes the auto scroller. That's it's a crowd favorite.
It's a crowd favorite because you get so bored doing the little auto scroll right here that you do risky things, and then it results in some close saves sometimes.
Yeah.
I mostly just try to tongue to the music or something to keep myself entertained. Juggle some eggs.
Not awesome enough. Try harder.
Yeah, what you have to do is you have to almost die on the last little section, and you have to flutter to keep yourself alive, barely make it, lose like 15 seconds, but manage to finally save yourself at the end, and then forget to use a star item, so you have to kill yourself anyways for the boss.
Lee's talking about something that Trihex once did, I believe during a marathon run.
During the marathon for his 100% run 2012.
Oh yeah? I mean, I put on my show.
Yeah. It made the highlight reel, so I think it accomplished what it wanted to do.
The wall tastes good.
The wall tastes delicious.
Die bats. One time during a run, I pushed jump while under those spikes and just died like an idiot.
There's been plenty of times during a run where I've pulled really, really dumb stuff here.
Yeah. The secret to this section being hard is being bored.
Yeah. I think it was one time I tried eating this Shy Guy through the thing, and the spike actually hit me and hit me off.
Wow.
A little egg shuffling for the funsies, a little accidental tonguing to lose speed.
Yeah. How does the spike go for Sluggy for you? Is it good?
I can't remember. Sluggy is such a weird boss. Like, okay,
I hate him.
Why is he called Sluggy the Unshaven? Oh, because he has a heart that is hairy. Why were they like, I don't know, let's come up with an enemy. We're gonna make him a giant blob. He's gonna have a heart. What's gonna be interesting about it? It's gonna be hairy. What?
Well, he's got hair on top too.
Yeah, I guess he does. He has like whiskers or something.
Ooh, I like that second shot or the second like cycle on him.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Good enough.
Yeah, not great, but not terrible. You need to line the egg shots up with the heart to hit him and to take 2 or 3 egg shots to do damage.
Yeah. I don't know
but they
why
have
the
to be
egg
pretty
glitches out
precise.
like that at the end every time. It's cool looking though.
What level's coming up next? Oh yeah, 5-5.
5-5. One of my least favorite levels to run anyways. It looks visually it's not too bad, but when you're running it, it's very, very tough.
The beginning of 5-5 has a lot of enemies in weird and awkward positions, so it's kind of hard to get through without getting hit. I think I managed, but I can't remember.
I think you do pretty well here. Yeah.
I do manage. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything worked out fine.
I like bouncing off that beginning goonie and just flying right over that fat goonie over there. Let's see. Oh, a little tongue to the eggs, just for showing off purposes, and then a helicopter section. Luckily, this one's pretty easy. You just sort of go up and then go to the side, and you're safe.
Look at those Goonies flying in the background.
Cool. So can I rant some more about some random stuff about Yoshi's Island here?
Go for it.
Please. Though I do get a backstory at the end of this level.
Wait.
Yeah.
I think I do.
I think so.
Show
Let's see.
me.
Let's see. Does he get the? Yeah.
Oh,
One tongue.
Forward facing my dick.
One tongue.
The one tongue.
Mm.
Oh, that is so good. That
Okay,
is-
checks. Yeah, we've got boring auto scroll until chicken time, so.
Yep.
I said, where do I start? Okay, so now, I mean, do you want me to? I can go over some run history here, like, because honestly, the 2005 run that Carl beat for his current run up right now, it wasn't because I never tried. There were many times I was trying to beat my old record, right? I was like, oh man, I'm so much better in 2007. Let me kick my own ass and do a better run. Or even in 2009, I beat my own run. And it's difficult to recall now what stopped me from, getting a successful run.
Hang on, Triax. Hang up the call and call back again. It's slightly distorted on the Skype, so on the recording's gonna be distorted.
Okay. So I'm gonna hang up and you're gonna call me back.
No, you can just join the call again. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed his sound was distorted. He can just repeat it and we can edit it in there or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we can edit it in post.
So coming up, we have one of the more interesting enemies in Yoshi's Island. It's not really an enemy. That mama chicken has these baby chickens, and you can actually take the baby chickens and use them as eggs, and they're kind of like homing eggs. But one of the interesting properties of the if you don't let them get back to Yoshi, you can do loop-de-loops with them, which is an entertaining pastime during an otherwise boring auto-scroll level.
Yeah. All right, Trihex, we're ready for your big speech.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, there was many times I was trying to improve my old run, and it's difficult to recall back now why it didn't happen. But I'm gonna blame it all on World 5. World 5 killed so many runs that I was trying to attempt for just various reasons. I hate this world so much.
Yeah, it sucks to get to like an hour and 20 minutes into a run or whatever, and then lose it there.
It's heartbreaking.
But if I have to blame it on one thing, it's probably lack of interest. I mean, I think once I got to 100%, I really didn't give a shit about any percent anymore. Like,
I like any percent, and I like any percent and 100%, but they're very different. They're just different things.
They're different things. You like, I don't know about you, but like, sometimes I'm in the mood for any percent, and sometimes I'm like, I want something harder. But any percent is very relaxing, and it's a fun run. Like, it's fun to be able to see how you can sort of be smooth.
you're all casual scrubs. Shut up.
Well,
learned.
80% is a lot tighter than 100%. 100% is like a very squishy run because there's so many off-the-cuff things you need to do and just like spur-of-the-moment things that happen. Whereas 80% is pretty much completely planned out. It's very rare that something unexpected happens.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna swallow my words now. I'm saying stuff about the future, and I'm always wrong about the future when it comes to me and speedrunning. But I don't know. I really don't see me having the motivation to beat your run. Like, your run is so retardedly optimized now that I don't know, Carl. I think you got in the bag, man.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
but we still need to tackle the beast that is 100%.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah. This is the thought of strictly 80% here. Like, I really don't see me grinding out 80% for like 10 million months to come close to beating your run.
We
Like,
shall
you
see.
really don't
I
know
probably
about-
won't touch 80% again unless one of the Japanese runners beats it, and that's entirely possible. If one of the Japanese runners beats it, then I'll probably try to do a new run.
That's right. You gotta get that competition.
Them Japs. They're
Be careful of the tracks.
cans.
The world doesn't know that you're kidding.
Good. I mean, more power. Makes it
Oh
good.
no.
What Triax is really trying to say is that he's jealous of their Hori controllers.
Wait, what?
That's all it is that, you know, they make Hori controllers and then you're like, oh, well, shit. I need
What was that?
I need vindication. Yeah, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from, Triax?
Yoshi's pink on the world map. That Yoshi's pink on the world map. Okay, now
Wait,
look.
Sorry,
Now
I'm jacking off
Yoshi's-
the controller right now.
That Yoshi's red. 5-7 I think is a really fun level. It is another level that killed many runs. But
Yeah.
when it works out, it looks really cool.
Well, a lot of it was because for the longest time we didn't understand how the shifting platforms worked. And
Yeah.
they would completely wreck us. But now we have a slightly better understanding of it all.
The way that the stone platforms work is they can actually eat your jumps. Like, you can land on them, there's a couple frames where you can jump, and then there's just like a random frame where you literally cannot jump. So you put a jump there, and nothing happens, and you just run off the edge and die. That killed many runs until we figured out exactly how it works. So we have pretty specific running patterns for any of the falling
Ooh, nice light touch.
stone platforms. Also, this section, just get that piranha, is pretty tricky.
Yep. It's really ballsy. If you miss
So
it,
for
you're
example,
dead.
all of these sections right here, these can kill you if you don't run along the platforms right, even though they look so innocuous.
Yeah, you saw that Carl threw in like a micro flutter to be safe there.
And then these do the exact same thing.
Yeah, like I was saying before, man, you really got it. Like, I don't know.
There's
It'll take a lot for me to get this
I'd
category.
say there's like a minute worth of optimizing.
Yeah, if I had to say, like, well, if I didn't have that big error in 2.1, and then like the weird troll with the ghost in 3.8, plus just some minor optimizations here and there, I think a minute could come off of this run, if you wanted to optimize it. And then with if you optimize the boss fights too, maybe a minute and a half or 2 minutes, I think would be the like
or if
crazy
you get,
optimized version.
if you can get some super luck, get like the one cycle salvo.
Oh, I almost died right there, by the way.
Oh,
But
man, yeah.
Oh,
luckily it worked out fine. Worked out completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe in the coming years
You'll see someone attempt to optimize.
Yeah, let's
this.
talk about that for a second here. I never thought the speedrun community with SWAGAN would come this far. Like, I would have, like, how many people we have in the scene now, how far the tasks has come, the techniques we've learned, the technical game's gotten. It's completely blown me away.
It's really ridiculous. In the last year, we've probably gained like 10 or more new Yoshies
Yeah, like, in terms of progress, like,
Yeah.
2004 to, like, 2010, 10 is like fucking 9% of total advances we've had so far. Like 90% of what happens now is all from like last year. It's crazy.
I feel like the SDA marathons have a lot to do with that. I feel like they've really brought a lot more people to speedrunning. I don't know for sure though. I mean, that's certainly the only reason I ever got into it.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. The first time I saw Yoshi's Island run was at the first AGDQ, I believe.
Classic games done quick, right? Or...
No, the first AGDQ, like
AGDQ
the 11.
is after the first Classic Games Done Quick.
Yeah, I may have like, yeah, I think I caught Classic Games Done Quick, but I didn't see Triax's run.
Really? Oh, I watched Triax's runs when I was in high school, like just on SDA.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't catch any of this stuff until Awesome Games Done Quick. I didn't catch Triax's runs until Awesome Games Done Quick. And then, actually, interestingly enough, do you know how I really found your stream, Trihex? It was because of Carl. Carl threw up a random advertisement. It was like the first time that you and Carl raced, actually. He threw up a random ad, or like a random promo for your stream on Team Liquid. And I was like, oh wait, Trihex, I remember this dude from Awesome Games Done Quick. I didn't know he had a stream. And that's how I got to you. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So like that was really it was really recent. So like literally I haven't even been running this game for a year yet. I think it'll be a full year in like July, late June. So definitely lots of progress made in the past year.
The TASers have really made a lot of progress in just like the last 2 years or something on Yoshi's Island as well. I also did the 80% TAS for this, and it was like a 5.5 minute improvement, which is pretty impressive for TASs. Like just in terms of the amount of new tricks that were discovered.
Yeah, but also like a 400% increase on style points.
Yeah, the egg juggles. Oh man, Yoshi's Island really has some awesome mechanics to it, like being able to juggle eggs and play catch with eggs, tossing enemies around with all the various things you can do with Yoshi's tongue. It's pretty crazy. Also, what is going on in this cutscene? Yoshi is just like floating.
He is descending into hell.
Into World 6.
Yeah.
World 6 has... I don't even know what to say about World 6. It has some tough tricks in it, it has some tough jumps in it, but I think it's easier than World 5.
I think so. I think I lose just about as many runs in 5 as 6, but it may be because I'm like more fatigued by that point.
Yeah, for some reason I usually don't lose very many runs in World 6. Like if I get past World 5, it usually goes to the end, but that's not always. Maybe it's just because I practice World 5 so much more than World 6. I don't know.
Let me think. I find myself I don't want to practice World 6. 6-1, cool. 6-2, I find it hard to practice that stream or that particular level. 3 is not that fun. I think the only levels I have real fun with is 6-1 and 6-6.
Really? Oh, I actually like all of them. I like 6-3 even, but I guess the fuzzies can be annoying.
6-3 is really like well, it's not fun to practice for me because it's so random.
Yeah, fuzzy spawn location is 100% random, so that can be kind of frustrating as a speedrunner. The like section here is pretty cool. Lots of tricky stuff to jump over. Actually, I kind of grannied that.
Yeah, that was some pretty safe strats.
Okay, now explain that. What is grannying? What is this phenomenon you're talking about?
Grannying is a term coined by one Michael Trihex Jefferson, and it refers to how little old ladies are slow, safe, take their time with everything, and it's basically saying that Trihex, his dick is soft when he sees play that is very safe and very slow.
Just like when he looks at granny porn. Wait, what?
We need to mark this audio commentary as not safe for work now.
Yeah.
We need some explicit tags on this.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You know what? No, this run is already explicit, so It's fine. I mean, do you see how many backsters, how many pipe glitches? This run's already explicit.
Oh yeah.
You bust that game's legs wide open. Yeah.
So the jump onto these
Ooh, that's a
flame
dangerous.
is really
That's a
pretty
dangerous
tight.
jump. You live very dangerously.
Sometimes. You can skip the last Baby Mario star here, too, which is a little bit faster, but can kind of produce some scary situations because you're pretty much just fluttering over the spikes at the end.
Yep.
Will be coming up in a second.
Do you skip it? I don't even know
Yeah.
if you do. Alright, yeah, nice. And then you have to jump here. Make sure to jump there. Last time I forgot to
Just
jump.
that jump right at the end, you're done, and you end. Baby Mario ends, and you're just on the spikes and you die.
Yep.
Light blue Yoshi.
Light blue Yoshi. Definitely I don't know if he's my favorite color. I kind of dislike him. He's kind of washed out in terms of hue.
He's too light.
Yeah. He's too cool for school.
So here's that fuzzy section we were talking about earlier coming up.
Yep.
Like normally I just throw egg shots and pray that it hits the fuzzies.
Yeah, you got real good luck here.
It did mostly, but I still got hit there at the end.
It doesn't matter. You got such good luck there.
Yeah, getting hit at the end is so much better than getting hit at the beginning, though. When the fuzzy effect is on, the entire terrain is just constantly changing. It slows Yoshi down. It makes it so you can't turn around in the air. Sometimes you clip through platforms. It's pretty bad.
Ooh, so coming up next is one of my favorite fortresses of all time, 6-4.
Because it has Triax's signature skip.
Oh yeah. Home of the infamous lava skip.
That's right. It is still Triax's signature skip. None of us have been able to sort of consistently pull it off in any sort of fashion that we'd be confident in doing, just pulling out in a run.
Well, we have a long log ride's worth of time to talk about that, so.
Yeah.
Do we? Wow, really, Carl?
Oh, come on.
We can't do the
Really?
we can't do the skip.
2012.
We can't do the skip yet, Trihex. It's not consistent for us yet.
If I get this, in my run, I am rubbing this so far down your throat.
You totally don't. I know you don't.
You know this?
Yeah, you don't.
That's a really good blob fight, though.
It was almost a really good block
Well,
fight.
almost, yeah, but like
I don't quite kill him, but it's not too big of a deal.
yeah, it's good enough. It's pretty decent.
So just so the key doesn't land in the spikes, have to do a tongue right there to get it.
Quick tongue. You have 2 eggs there. I don't know if you get the quick kill on
I get the tap quick kill. There's some eggs to eat right here. So before talking about tap though, there's another. Normally you have to like go down right here instead of going up,
Yeah.
and there's an entire other slime you fight, and that slime gives you a key, and you use that key to slowly go
Pop
where I'm
open a
just
cork.
do right now. You can get over this wall with an extended flutter and a perfect flutter, and just skip like it's literally like a minute or something crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty lenient flutter. It's only difficult because it is blind, so you do have to do it by feel.
So this area right here, you can actually flutter over the entire thing in what Triax calls the lava skip, and that is faster, but it is the hardest trick in the game. It is so hard.
It's
Break
very,
it
very
down.
difficult.
Break it down. You have to do 16 flutters, losing less than half your total height, while avoiding the fish can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And 100% you have to egg the flower.
it only saves 3 seconds, so
Oh, but
maybe
so
one day, but not today.
real life.
Yeah. Triax is EP-ness kind of shrank by a little bit when we finally timed it out. I was like, oh, it saves 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I thought it saved like 10 to 30 seconds. I thought it was something like
So
that.
tap is really hard. You spam eggs, he dies. The end.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's still the most impressive trick, I think, the lava skip, technically.
It is. Like, fluttering consistently without losing height is incredibly hard, and you have to do it like 16 times.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it 3 times, I mean. Oh, 6.5. 6.5 is, I think, the longest auto-scroll in the game.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
And its name is very apt, the Very Long Cave.
Oh, they don't do it in Japanese, though.
Yeah, in the English version, it's like they write like 6 or 7 O's in long.
Long.
Long Cave. So I, being bored, tried to come up with a bunch of cool egg shots, which I naturally just missed.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I get a ones later on though.
You know what? We should take this time to give a few shout-outs out to people while we're watching this auto-scroller. Some shout-outs, some pimping our channels and whatnot. So first and foremost, big shout-out to Carl for producing this run, and a big shout-out to Trihex for being a baller boss.
The Yoshi boss.
Yeah, the Yoshi boss, the Yoshi final boss. Huge shout-outs to NXTY and Baxter. Actually, Trihex, if you want to talk about your little first meetings with NXTY.
Oh, it was so long ago. Actually, you have to go really back then. So there was a task, a 12-assisted speed run, which is made using an emulator, slowing it down to 1 frame per second for precise movements and absolute control over every aspect of the game. Well, there was a speed run a task produced by Specifer in 2005, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it completely changed everything. When I saw that, because prior to that task, we didn't know about, or I say I didn't know about, slopes make you move slower when you walk on them, about egg ricocheting, like these things you take for granted now. I didn't know anything about. Like the play was so vanilla before he demonstrated that task. And all I want to do is I want to talk to him. I want to be like, yo, tell me what the fuck you know. I want to know. Give me your brain and inject it into me. Like we'll do a fusion dance and we'll become Spezahex and we'll put dick in this game like no one's business. But he was always like, I could never get in touch with him. He had no contact info, no nothing. I couldn't find him. And then when the task was erected years later for 100% from NXTY and Baxter, I was just like, I've got to get to know these people. I need someone to tell me things I don't know about this game so I can get better at the game, because I just thought it was the best thing ever. And actually, this really gets a little bit fuzzy. I don't remember how I actually met up with him. Do you
YouTube.
remember?
I think they found your stream, right, or something. Or
I think no. You sent NXTY a message on YouTube, like a massive essay.
YouTube PMs is how I was talking to NXTY for quite a bit, and you can keep going. I really don't remember anything at this point. Like it's so
well,
long.
I mean, so NXTY and Baxter picked up the TAS after Specifer, and I pretty much once Trihex got in contact with them, like they've been instrumental to making this run as good as it came out. All the Yoshi's Island runs, because they figured out so much about the game and were able to communicate it to the speedrunners. So really, having the Tassers help with that has been fantastic.
Yep.
Definitely.
So there's a really cool trick coming up here. It is another 1-frame trick. You can skip the second half of this stage's auto-scroll. Normally the second half of the stage auto-scrolls, but if you do a frame-perfect jump up here, the screen won't scroll. The screen doesn't scroll, and you can flutter over the trigger to start the auto-scroll, and you skip the whole auto-scroll. It saves like 25 seconds. And it can be very frustrating too, because it's a 1-frame trick and it's an hour and 40 minutes into a run. So it's just like,
yeah, if you don't
to
get
me,
it,
it's almost the final boss of the run.
Yeah, if you don't get it, like it depends. If you don't get it and you don't attempt for it, it's not a big killer. But if you attempt for it and you're missing it, that can be run ending.
I mean, 25 seconds, you gotta get it. Like, you still gotta get it.
You gotta at least try.
And then the next level, 6-6, is just completely broken in half. Like, it's been broken several times, and now there's just, like, none of the level even remaining.
Nope, not at all.
So the Japanese speedrunners figured out that you can get the first key by using a rock to glitch Yoshi into the wall and just grab the key through the wall. So you'll see the very first key that you get, you don't even need to go get it. You can just tongue it right out of the wall
I didn't
using
realize
the rock.
that Triax didn't know about the perfect flutter in 6-4. He actually
He didn't know about perfect fluttering in 2005. Okay, so this is the rock key glitch. The way that it works is the rock pushes Yoshi forward if you jump into it, so it makes his tongue. If the tongue is out, it pushes the tongue through the wall, so you can get that key right there.
Yep.
And then for the second half of the level, normally you need to I don't even know how to do the level normally. Honestly, you have to like get a key.
Yeah, you gotta
kind of
get
hidden.
a key, and then you gotta go through a door. You end up on like the top side, and then you make a angled, like make an egg shot that'll hit a.
But the way that I set it up there,
cloud.
there's a little bit of foam to jump off of. So you use that foam to actually perfect flutter up here. It's a hard flutter, but it's doable.
Yeah.
And then that is the entire level. Normally you need to go through like a convoluted series of doors to get to there.
In the 100%, you'll see all of it. So here's what we were talking about before, about why we're so worried about this one. As you can see, there is one flower that we pick up in the course of the run naturally, but because of the tap-taps right before that section, we have to sort of really slow down and flutter over the tap-taps to avoid them. And so our speed when we're coming into the goal is really variable, so we don't know at all whether or not we're going to get that goal. If we get that bonus, it's game over.
Yeah, it ends the run to get that bonus. So I slow down purposefully a little bit before going through the goal ring to try to avoid getting the bonus. Luckily, it wasn't a problem that time, but I have lost runs to it before.
Oh, we're almost done. Wow.
Yep, 6-7.
6-7. I still suck at this level. I'm not even gonna lie.
I've lost more runs randomly to this level, I think, than any other level.
Yeah, the platforms that you jump on, they go away. Sometimes you just like clip through the side of them, and you're down and then you just die on the spikes, and it's over. I'm holding up here because it spawns the next platforms faster. That's why the camera's doing a bunch of janky stuff.
I didn't actually know that. I mean, I think I hold up naturally anyways, but...
Yeah, I'm not even where I even did that anymore. I was just like, doesn't everyone do it? Just so you can see more shit? I didn't know it actually had a benefit to it.
Yeah, I learned that when I was testing the game. It actually makes them spawn faster. And this is a pretty cool skip here. Normally you would ride all these platforms. Just ground pound.
Alright, so
wow,
it's a safe version.
Ground pound, you daredevil.
Wait, you mean you don't ground pound?
I don't do 80%, so I don't even know what I do, but I don't remember doing that at all.
Oh, ground pounding is the only way to go. I mean, you can do it safely. Make sure you land on that second area, but the real manly way is to go for the perfect ground pound positioning.
And forced auto scrolls. We've tried to skip this section using so many different techniques, and there's just no way to do it.
Nope.
It's close though.
Wait, I missed it. Did you do the lava skip in 6-4? Triax?
Oh, I didn't do it. I don't think.
I know he didn't. I'm sure he didn't.
Alright.
His 100% IL does do it though.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah,
yeah, that's the first time I actually get him to run.
Yeah, he was so excited about that.
Oh, actually, I got some pieces of information that maybe Triax doesn't even know. When you touch a Baby Mario star, you get forward momentum in the opposite direction that Yoshi's facing. So you always want to turn around before grabbing a Baby Mario star to make you go faster, which I did there.
Actually, fun fact, I didn't know that, and I do that. Actually, you told me this fact already, but when you told me that, I did that, holding direction opposite of the opposite to get the momentum to my aid. I did that subconsciously. I didn't even know.
Without even realizing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trihex doesn't play the game, he feels the game.
It's instinctive. Triax is an animal.
I
Trunks
do
is a
wield power
Yoshi.
gloves, and then I just go.
And here we are at the last level. There's kind of a cool way to get. So there are 4 doors that you can get that are just kind of spinning at the start of this level here, after this helicopter section. And by far, the only door that you want to get is door number 4. The other
Yep.
3 doors are horrible. Like door 3 is like a long, auto-scrolling nightmare.
It's
Which one is the slime? Is the slime 2?
2. By far the worst one. Like
Yeah,
door
you have to like fight a slime and it takes forever. Door number 1 is not too slow. It's only like 10 seconds slower
but
than
it's
the
very
normal.
dangerous.
Yeah, but it's
Wow,
very
you
dangerous.
almost got hit. That would have sucked.
So check out this egg shot. This is a pretty cool wind-up egg shot here. Perfectly gets door number 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
And
Do you still
if
aim
you
it,
see,
Trax?
compared to all that other crap, door number 4 is just hold forward, get a bunch of coins, win. Or get stuck on the platforms, that's fine too. But either way, its age is faster than.
Yep. And then yet another auto-scroller. I think this is why I don't like World 6. Is because like half levels have some sort of auto-scroll just embedded into it.
Luckily, there aren't that many auto-scrollers in Yoshi's Island, but.
There's like just one auto-scroller is too many.
Okay, so I got something cool to talk about here. So, on a game design aspect here, you gotta love how like they created unique like transformation ability objects that can transform with the whole. Like you have to create so much stuff from scratch for this whole comic section to even exist, and it's only used once.
Yeah.
They have so much stuff that is only used once in Yoshi's
Games don't do
Island.
that anymore. Like just fucking dripping production values. Like we don't nickel and dime everything. It's just like let's go for
The number of monsters in Yoshi's Island, the number of enemies is just like staggering. There's like I think we counted out. There's like 5 or 10 different enemies. I think it might even be more than that that only appear in one level. Like there's a chain chomp in 5-4. In 5-4 alone has like there's a squishy purple enemy that you can ride around. That's only in 5-4. There's a bunch of blobs that you can eat that are only in 5-4.
The ones
That's
that
just
look
one
like
level.
cookie dough.
Yeah, cookie dough.
Plenty of really unique enemies, and interesting enough, like Goombas are only available in one level in this game. So like an iconic Mario enemy is only shown in one level, which is really interesting.
4-1 is the only level that has Goombas in it.
Yep.
Makes you think. Maybe this game wasn't a Mario game originally.
Something like Super Mario 2, like USA style.
I don't know. We'll never know because Nintendo's so Jew about their tactics and their plans. But
Yep. It's
The
a
boss
winged
fights I feel
donkey.
like really creative. Like look at Super Mario World's boss fights. It's essentially the same boss fight over and over again. Whereas
Yeah.
every boss fight in Yoshi's Island is completely unique.
That
You
is
can't
something
see text
I
faster,
agree
by
with
the
that.
way, right there. It looks like the text isn't being scrolled, but you can't actually scroll it.
Nope, you can't. If you look over on Triax's run, he is doing the normal way of doing 6-6. So a huge amount of time saved there. Yeah, if you just do like a side-by-side comparison to see how much time.
So this is one of my favorite songs in the game.
Oh, by far, best song, best boss song ever.
oh, it's so good. All right, so let's talk about the mechanics of this boss fight and how completely unfair it is. Like,
Yeah, so this boss fight revolves around these spawning big eggs. The only way to damage Bowser is to get these eggs to spawn, and the eggs can be giant trolls. But generally you want to just not scroll the screen, and that causes the eggs to spawn eventually. But just throwing them, once you hit Bowser once, like the first hit is pretty much guaranteed if you know where to aim, but then after that he starts running, and his hitbox is like crazy. There are even spots that he can be at where you can't hit him at all. So like literally if you go through every frame, none of the frames will actually hit him. So he can be very frustrating to try to hit consistently. But when he's very far away, if you aim at his forehead, it always hits him. And if he's very close, if you aim at his nose, it always hits him. But everything else can just get really, really crazy.
Yeah. It is possible in the TAS to skip this section, or the second rock section. And it's only been accomplished on console, I think once, by Carl.
Yeah, I've only ever had it happen to me once. This was an uncharacteristically bad Bowser fight, though. I think I missed 4 or 5 eggs. Normally missing 3 is pretty standard. Anything under that is great.
Yeah.
So I could have saved...
This fight's super hard.
I could have saved maybe 6 or 7 seconds or something if I hadn't missed 2 of those egg shots.
Maybe, but it's very good. Nice. Nice fight.
49-15.
And my next favorite song of the game is the credits theme.
Dude, credits. Yeah, forget your favorite credits song. This better be it right here.
There are some. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like Koji Kondo and some of the other Nintendo people have cranked out some epic ending themes.
Yeah, this one's
this
nice.
one is really freaking epic too.
I don't know if epic's the right word for it. It's
yeah, true. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall now. Like, this commentary, are we ending this as soon as the end screen comes, or what?
Yeah, sure.
Does it end there?
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Jax? Anything else you want to mention? I just want to thank everybody for watching.
Yeah. Oh, quick plug to if you're into speedrunning, or if this looks interesting to you, for people who are watching, come join us. We're willing to help out. We're all available. When I say that, I mean Carl is available. No, but I'm going to have more time because it's going to be the summertime. I'm going to be working and not at school, so I'm going to have more time to be available too, and Trihex will be Trihex. So we'll be around, and if you want to come learn...
What does that mean? I'm going to be... What? Dude, I'm new and improved now. I'm reliable. Wow.
Okay, so anyways, Triex's trolling aside, we'll be around. Come join us on #Yoshi on the SDA IRC server. We'll all be around if you need tips, tricks on how to learn how to play Yoshi's Island.
That's irc.speeddemosarchive.com, #Yoshi.
Yep.
There's also a wiki that I put together with just tons of random Yoshi's Island information if you want to know more.
It's a great place to start, yeah.
Go to yoshyspeedruns.wikia.com.
Yep, and all this will be in the text commentary as well, I'm pretty sure, right, Carl?
It should be, yeah.
Okay, so you can definitely copy-paste those things.
Alright, so one thing I do want to say is, unfortunately, my 158.14, the run that this is obsoleting now, doesn't have any audio commentary. So, if you want some more perspective on the ending for me here, let me take you back on a time machine, 2005. Okay, only my grandma had the good VCR at that time. VCR at my house kind of sucked ass, so I only got to record speedrun attempts on the weekends when I would go to her house and just grind my ass off, trying like 10 hours a day, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, trying to get the speedrun. And I don't remember the exact date, but I want to say October something 2005. It was my like 6th attempt that Sunday. This is my last chance to get a run done that weekend. I'm sitting here just like I actually got it. I finally landed it. I had a run that I wasn't completely disgusted with. Like I was excited, enthusiastic. It blew me away, and I'm just sitting there in my room like. Already like listening to the theme song with the accomplishment of finally having my a good speedrun to redeem my shit-tastic 219 Game Boy Advance version. I'm like, cool, people are gonna respect me now and things are gonna be different, and I got a whole new era of me going on. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little touched. I actually listened to this theme at that point. I was like, I had some tears in my eyes, and I was full out had like just a manly tear go down my cheek. When we get to the end theme at the end here.
It is a really nice ending theme.
It's beautiful. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Carl.
I just said it was. I just said it is a really nice ending thing. That's it.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's great.
It's okay to cry manly tears for the Yoshi.
That's right.
I mean, I'm so thankful for whatever development process this went through. I know that Shigeru Miyamoto had a lot of pressure from Donkey Kong Country's pre-rendered style to make a game similar to that with the Mario name attached, and the team rebelled against that and came up with this style instead to not replicate but to innovate. And I mean, who knows? I mean, there's so many variables that could have happened now if he had caved in, or if I didn't discover this game at the time I did. So I'm happy for everything. I'm happy the way everything worked out. It's awesome. And there's really one thing to speedrunners that dude, get into this game, like, please.
Absolutely. I've had more fun learning and playing this game than I've had doing a lot of other things. This is a fantastic, fantastic way to pass your time.
It definitely is, and that's a good note to end. Thanks everybody for watching again.
Yep. See you later.
Wow.
Yoshi! Alright, and